on Do Not Disturb so they can stop calling me.
Okay.
So yeah,
So go ahead.
let's start back where we was. So you started doing drags, realness, and then you took it to Film Queen. What made you know you want?
Film Queen Realness. Go ahead.
What made you want to transition? What made you know you wanted to transition?
What I always was feminine as my other person. I always was feminine. But what made me want to become a woman was first me, but being around Angel and Renee and meeting Ashley, that's what was like, oh, okay, I can do this, and they were like the molds for me. They were like the ones who was like, okay, because it was all about me looking like a woman, being like a woman, and those were the ones that I put in my mind as, okay, that's what I want.
And then from the realness, you started working sex siren. How was the sex siren for you? I remember. How was the sex siren for you when you started working at?
It was good. It was good. It was just me and Danielle, for real, for real. And we went back and forth for years, back and forth for years. That's my sister. I love her to death. We went back and forth for years for Junior Sex Siren. She
Okay.
went on to Sex Siren, and I went on to fashion.
You know what was the first moment I ever saw you? I was a little kid. I was a little Butch Angles. When you came out, you did the I'm Human and you battled Sanaya when they picked you up in the air.
Sex Siren. Yep.
Yes. Oh,
Junior
you
Sex
turned
Siren.
that.
Yep. Junior Sex Siren.
Yes,
Someone just posted it on their page the other day too.
And what do you say?
Yep.
What do you say when you get those old moments of yourself?
I did it. I did it. My thing was living and following in Renee's footsteps. It was like, I need to be bigger. I need to be better. She was teaching me to be bigger and to be better. You know what I mean? So that's what it was all about for me. Making her happy and carrying her legacy when she passed away.
Okay. When did you ever become Mother Karan? Was you Mother Karan at one point or no?
I was Mother Karan. I was Mother Karan. Yeah, I was Mother Karan for a minute. John didn't use. Um, that's when they brought Monica in. For me, okay, Broken Silence.
Broken Silence.
I was Mother Karan. I guess I wasn't doing a good enough job, or they just didn't think that people would see me, or whatever. They brought Monica in. That's when all the friction started. That's when the attitude started swaying, and that at that point is when the house started deteriorating. At that point, for me.
Were you God rest in peace, John? Were you and John cool, or y'all were never cool? Why would he overlook?
Yeah.
So he just overlooked you?
Yeah. Well, John didn't see it as a female for me.
Okay.
He told Michi that I would never look like a woman or I would never be a girl, and Michi told him I would prove you wrong.
Okay.
So yeah. But yeah, John was my father. Yeah, John Ryan Kitty. Yeah.
So then y'all left off. So that's how y'all started Lacroix. So that's how y'all started Lacroix, because it was a friction between the Karans with Monica, and then you had to go, and then you decided to go.
Yeah, it was a lot of friction. It was a lot of friction. I don't think John really seen, because John didn't want to step down, and Michi would have to be my co-pilot, or I his. You know what I mean? So yeah, they came up with the idea. We all came up with the idea, and we just executed it. It was no shade in us leaving. It was like us branching out and growing.
All right. They in the comments say, I love to hear the stories from back in the days. So I'm gonna go back to what I was saying a little earlier. Why did you used to act out and just wild out on everybody back in the days? Because you used to really be turned up on everybody on 100.
Part of it was I just didn't know any better. Part of it was drugs. Part of it was just me being nasty. But my nasty came from a lot of the drug use I was, because I'm a nice person. I'm a sweetheart. But I'll admit drugs may suck. You know what I mean? Am I regretting any of that? No. It made me who I am today. You know what I mean? So yeah, part of it, my nasty came from a lot of my drug use.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, I'm shady as fuck. but my nasty came from my drug use.
What I'm
Yeah.
trying. So how was it for the whole how was it for the whole? So when y'all started Lacroix, how was that? How was that whole process for y'all? Starting it, coming up with the name, and knowing that you was going to be the head mother of the house.
Um, I just think I I didn't really know what was going on for a while. Michi was kind of like secretive, and he had his little meetings with everybody. But once it was brought to me, it was like, okay, I got your back. You know what I mean? I'm loyal. I'm riding with you. You rode with you. Lacroix was awesome. It was awesome. It was awesome. Like I said, Renee bred. She breeded me for this. You know what I mean? She molded me to uphold her legacy. So that was my whole thing. I don't care as long as I'm mother and I'm walking in my mother's shoes. What's up? You know what I mean? But Lacroix was awesome.
So what me?
Lacroix was awesome.
So and who idea was it for you to start working in fashion categories, being that that was your origins from the
Michi's.
Michis?
Michi's.
Okay, because
It was Michi's.
you had the attitude, you had the stat, like it was just you just turned it, like you was just a natural,
I mean, it was showtime.
right?
It was showtime. You know, you put them faces on and you got to get it. You got to get it. You put them faces on, you know. You put them faces on and you just got to get it.
Was it
Yeah, and you got to mean what you. This is my grounds, and I'm stomping on it.
was there ever things that they wanted you to do that you didn't want to do and you still did and it came out good? I'm pretty sure that happened a lot.
A lot. It happened often. I don't have one particular moment, but it happened a lot. It happened a lot. You know, it was like a hanger here. Put the clothes on. I mean, sometimes my input was asked for. Sometimes if I said no, it was no. But a few times, often, it was times that it was like, you know. And again, that's what led into a lot of the drug use. Me having to smile, me having to be in these places. I'm gonna go get high. If I have to put this face on, I need to put it all the way on.
Um. So then, why did the Lacroix break up and turn into the live ends?
That's something you have to ask Michi.
All right. And you were a live in at one point. You was overall mother live in.
I was under an impression that I was overall Mother Lavin, but I was told otherwise later on down the line that I wasn't.
Did you ever work as overall mother?
They called me overall Mother.
Nobody corrected it.
Not then, but when they wanted to, they did. Let me clear that up. Um, there was a time where I knew things were going downhill for me completely, and I pulled me to the side and I told him I'm tired. I need a break. And from my understanding, what he got out of that was I didn't want to be overall mother anymore. That wasn't the case. The case was I needed a break. I needed time. You know what I mean? It was overwhelming. It was overwhelming. So, um, yeah, that's how that happened. But anything about how that transpired, I was in prison when all that went down.
So you was in prison when they took your position away.
I was the second time, yeah, the second time, yeah. But I was in prison when the decision to become, to combine the houses when they made that decision. I was away. I was also away when they made the decision to make another overall mother. I was away then too.
How did that make you feel?
It hurt. It hurt, but it also empowered me because I made me. I made me. You know what I mean? It hurt like hell. Just not to even have the conversation hurt. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I am who I am, and I am what I am now.
If they would
Overall,
have
Mother Milan.
if they would have the conversation with you, what would you have said if they would have had the conversation with you?
Then, I don't know. I don't know because that go around when I came home, it was like I'm ready for me. That's when I decided to go have my surgery. That's when I decided to do a whole lot. That go around was like, it's my time. So it's my time. It's for me to decide what I need to do for myself. And I've been doing it ever since.
Because because I feel like sometimes, like I'm in a house of Balenciaga, and I would when Harry makes if Harry made a decision based upon what he felt was best for the house, I wouldn't mind. But I'm also, but I'm
But
also,
that wasn't best for the
but I'm,
house.
but I also haven't been with Harold for 20 years. Like you've been riding with these people for 20 years, so it hit a little
Yeah,
different for you. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, mhm, yeah. It hit hard. It hit hard. It took me a while to get over it. Like, we stopped speaking. It did all that. It did all that. But I don't really have any. I don't harbor any bad feelings about it anymore. I'm in a good place. I'm in a good place.
Um, so how did the Milan situation happen? How did that come about?
Um, a girlfriend of mine, I came home and I was talking to a girlfriend of mine, and we were discussing everything that happened. So she was like, "Well, how the Milans are looking for an overall mother." So I'm like, "Okay, I fucks with Eric. I like Eric. We really didn't know each other at that time, but it was like, let me make some phone calls." I called Eric. I spoke to him at the time. They were considering someone else to be overall mother. So I was like, okay. I fell back. I got a phone call from Eric, like, would you like to have a conference call with us? So we can talk. And boom, there it was.
How did it feel going into a new to be a part of a new legacy?
To tell you the truth, I was comfortable with it. I was comfortable with it. I didn't feel any kind of butterflies, any eagerness, anything to defer me from wanting to do it. I didn't feel any of that. It felt right.
As an icon, when you come into these situations now, do you come with now that you know so much more? Do you come laying down what you want in your contract from the door now, or you just go with the flow?
No, I don't. I don't go with the flow, and I didn't ask for a contract. I didn't. It's just like I know my worth, and I'm not here. I'm not in the house of Milan to walk balls. I've walked balls. I'm in the house of Milan to teach and to guide and to show the way. You know what I mean? So my ballroom days are basically over. You get what I'm saying? I've done everything I can in ballroom,
Right,
but I'm here. I'm in the house of Milan to guide, to do what I couldn't do other places.
right. Shout out to the House of Milan. Shout out to the House of Milan. Everett
Yeah.
and Yo and everybody. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I'm glad that you said that because I feel like a lot of houses we often talk about how houses are missing that feeling for so long, and I'm glad that here that someone of your stature is saying that's what you want to bring, that's what you're bringing to the table. Because usually we don't
Yeah.
have that no more. You know what I'm saying? So God bless you for that and good looks for that because that's a good thing.
Thank you, Court.
That's a really good thing. So no more. So
Yeah.
it's no walk. So it's no more walking for you.
I'm going to do a victory tour. I'm going to do a victory tour. I'm going to do one victory tour. Yeah. I got that in me.
Okay. So
Yeah, I got that in me.
out of all the categories you walked, which one was your favorite to walk? Like which one was your favorite?
Um, I would say fashion because I got to embody someone else. I got to embody the clothes. I got to embody. I got to be someone else actually for real. You know what I mean?
Okay.
When you put clothes on, you turn into a whole different person. And then when you have the crowd chanting, it's like, oh shit, what's up?
Being that you had two powerful mothers as Renee and Angel, what is the things that you learned from both of them that are
Um,
different?
from Angel, I learned kindness, and from Renee, I learned to be stern.
Okay. So you so you out here giving them Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Love that. And
Yeah.
you was born and raised in Philadelphia.
I was born and raised in Philly,
Um,
44 years.
Me and Alexis had a conversation, and she said that you was the first person that she met, and you asked her was she in the house, and she was like, "What you mean?"
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because she was voguing and she was jumping off mailboxes and stuff. She was being Alexis. She was being Alexis.
Um,
Yeah.
what's the difference between Kennedy and Dawn?
Well, see, there's Dawn, there's Donna, and there's Kennidy.
Okay,
Dawn is the ran away girl. Donna is the one with the mouth and the shadiness and the character. And Kennidy is kind of, white woman, hey, how are you? Yes, I'll do like the robot.
How do you still have energy to be around the community after so many years? Like after losing so much, and seeing so much come and go in the community, how do you have the energy and the strength to stay around?
Um, Not be around.
All right.
I separated. And for a long time, I didn't know how to separate it. But now I can separate it. I know what this is and I know what that is. I know when it's time for this and I know it's time for that. I try my best to keep myself centered more than anything now. But then it was drugs. It was drugs then. That's how I kept myself going, drugs. But now I'm centered and I'm in a good place.
Okay. What was the moment that you felt that made people recognize who you were? What battle was that?
The POCC ball. Um, it 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 wasn't. It was the. You know what? I did walk labels best dressed as the Quran at the POCC ball against Stephanie. So that's when I think people realized, oh, we got a new fashion girl on the floor. Is someone coming? And not for nothing, Stephanie has always been nice to me, and she's always given me. I don't want to say roses because you give people flowers when they die, but she's always paid homage as I her. So and that's another reason I didn't have a problem with becoming a Milan because I had the respect for her. You know what I mean?
Who? So being
Yeah.
being being that you was a fashion girl, who out of all the fashion girls, who gave you the most competition?
None of them.
All right. Okay. When you walked realness and back in your day, who gave you the most competition for realness?
Amori.
All right. Shout out to Tamara Mugler. I love Tamara.
Yeah. Uh huh. Is she still around?
She's been left the scene.
Yeah, I know, but I haven't I just wish her well. Like she was my girl.
Yeah, Alicia and Amani. You know them girls. You know they don't let nobody see them. You know they
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah.
Yeah, I love them. I
I
love
get
them.
it though. I get it. I get
Um,
it though.
back in your back in the days and back in your day, it was all about being real. It was all about being real. How do you feel about today's girls when it's all about being more made up and just being who you are, like being more comfortable now? But back in the days, you had to blend. If you didn't blend, you didn't get you. It wasn't you wasn't one of the girls if you didn't blend back in the days. So
You
what do you?
got bricks and bottles thrown at you if you didn't blend. You got bricks thrown at you if you didn't blend.
Oh my god.
Um, for, it's a big difference. I don't knock anybody for anything, but sometimes you have to realize you still have to live in society. You still have to be a part of this. You know what I mean? Again, I don't knock anyone for it, but that's just wasn't the way I was gonna go.
Okay.
You know?
What would you tell your old self? Like if you could tell your old self one thing as coming up as a young girl when you first walked into your first book, what would you tell yourself?
Pay more attention. Pay more attention.
Right.
A lot of my life was taken from me, not forcefully, but I should have paid attention.
Okay. Work. Cause I watched you coming up, and every time I used to see you, we used to always have a good time. Like you were a good
Yeah.
time.
Uh huh.
So I know you was out because I see a lot of videos of you running through New York City with Nicole and everybody. Like
Yeah. Uh huh.
you out here running amok through the
Yeah.
Bronx.
I came up last week for we had a push to vote barbecue to Milan in St. Laurent, which we're trying to introduce old ballroom back into ballroom. Where we just kind of sort of got finished talking about the old love and pushing our community to do things like go out and vote. We have a voice, and we do matter. But if we're not voting and going out there and pushing that ballot and pulling those levers, who's gonna know?
Oh, that's good. That's
So
good.
I encourage our community. I encourage our community to get out and vote. If you got to mail your ballot in, if you got to go to the machines or whatever you got to do, you should get out and vote.
I,
It matters this time. It really does.
I didn't even know nothing about this cookout. When was this?
Yeah, it was supposed to be Sunday, but it rained Sunday, so they moved it to Saturday. It was Saturday. It was really nice. It
Where,
was really nice.
where was,
Yeah. Vaughn King Park in Brooklyn.
for real? That's where
Mm-hmm.
that's where I'm from.
Yeah, yeah. It
Oh,
was in Brooklyn. Yeah.
that was nice. That was nice. That was nice. That was nice. That was really really nice. So that was really good. I didn't even know
Yeah.
nothing about it. I would have came through and got me a glizzy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's besides Philadelphia? What's your favorite place to walk at?
Um, I like New York. I like New York. I don't go to Chicago. I don't go over there. I don't really. I don't believe in local legends. I don't believe in it, and it's, for me, I just never had a fair chance over there. You know what I mean? I've walked over there twice and lost. So,
What's the local legend for those that don't know? Because some people are new to Ballroom. That's watching.
your neighborhood, Spider-Man, I guess. That person or those people that are just locally and they just walk locally and they're just local. They don't cross waters.
But is it? But what if someone doesn't have the money or the means to do it? What if somebody's just doing Ballroom for fun and they just do it in their town and they really good at it?
And it's okay to be a local legend. I never said there was anything wrong with it.
You just
I
don't see
never
it.
said there was anything wrong with it. I just don't do
All right, all right.
it.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel. No, I kind of. No, I kind of. I don't agree. I agree, but I kind of. Cause I was. It was this girl.
Disagree.
It was this girl I met, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, Harold, she's so real. She looks so nice. Like, I like her. She's mad nice." Harold was like, "You don't know her?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "She's a whole legend." No, I was like, I asked her, "How long you been out for?" Like, and Harold
Right.
was like, "She's a whole legend." I'm like, I didn't even know that. Like, where's she from?
Yeah.
But she was,
Yeah.
and she was from
That's
Chicago.
what I mean.
She's from Chicago, but I really
That's
did
what I
not know her
mean.
at all. Like,
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah.
so outside of Ballroom, what do you do? What's a regular day like for you?
A regular day for me is right now, and I'm not working because of the COVID, and my doctor has advised me to quarantine or try to keep my social distancing. But normally, I work at Prevention Point, which is a harm reduction. We work with opiate crisis, we reverse overdoses, we provide shelter. Um, so yeah, that would be my everyday life. Going to work, coming home. I have a nephew that I tend to take care of. He's always with me. So yeah, yeah. I just recently today found out that I've got my first house. I've purchased my first house, which
Congratulations!
is exciting to me. Which is exciting to me. So I feel like my circle is coming for a circle now.
Congratulations! Congratulations! Oh my gosh, that's so
Thank you.
beautiful. That's so beautiful. No shade. That's
But
so.
you knew this, Courtney. You knew I was a good person.
No, no. I personally, no one can tell me nothing about you because I love you. Like, but you know what it is with me. I can say I love you, but you know I love the girls. I don't like the boys.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't really like. I would stay away from the boys, but I love all the
Uh
girls.
huh.
So it's not from like. So I know like the type of person you are. So, but I'm glad that out of all everything you've been through, like you're really doing good for yourself, and I really love that. I love to see that. Like so she just got a phone call. Anybody have any questions for anybody have any questions for Kennedy? Fabian, what's up, Baz? Tommy Pickles, what's up? Uh-huh. Let's see the skin. trying to get this together so when this cookie come back out. Don't forget, this Saturday, G is having a cookout. For those that are coming, is a Black trans women cookout. It's a Black trans women cookout. Let's see when she come back. She just got her first house. That's so beautiful. I love that. Let me see where she at. So today, let me see y'all what happened to me. They played a game.